happens all the time with regularity. You know how to trade, but you get into that thing where you're looking at setups, and before you know it, you've jumped into the trade and you start experiencing that rush called overtrading. Happens all the time. And what I want to do is explore this whole notion of overtrading, because ultimately it's a really good trait gone bad. Okay? It has to be relearned. It's one of the big powerful things of what we would call the alpha. And that alpha, understand, if we go back to our caveman days, we start recognizing that the very traits that were so successful at success then, and actually producing success in corporate and business, suddenly become a dangerous problem in trading. But let's take a look at it. Let's see what you're really fighting against and how to retool it. What's occurring is this, is that you're going to be sitting there, and in caveman days, literally you had to strive. You had to strive to win. You had to strive to live. And there was built into this a desire to win. Okay? That desire often overtook the reality of many deaths, many things like that, where we began to really able to produce a sense of an illusion of control. So that alpha from a situation of survival and natural selection, suddenly you see that they needed to be bred into them a sense of a desire to win, a sense of striving and an urgency to act when you were there, and a sense of confidence. Okay? In addition to that, understand, if you had all that, you had high status. That means you had more access to food, more access to shelter, more access to the gene pool. All that got wrapped in, and we call that today alpha. And it's something where you don't want it to go away, but suddenly what you discover in trading, and particularly when it comes to an alpha who has been very successful in business or in corporate, comes into trading, and suddenly he blows up accounts. What's going on there? Well, these very traits that made for success in an evolutionary sense are now turning against you. You have this desire to win. And that desire to win has to be recoupled. It can't become a desire to win anymore. It has to be a desire to perform. Completely different. You also give up on this notion of controlling outcome that was so important. The alpha was bred to control environment, to be able to control the outcome. And in doing that, you come in and it's natural for the alpha to want to control the outcome. I want to make things happen. And yet, the thing is the patience not there. What we're looking to do in retraining the alpha to get past and mastering that glitch called overtrading, what we want to do is say, you know something? We need to have a different alpha rising. We need to have patience arising in the alpha, so that when that alpha gets in front of the screens and starts seeing the setups, he doesn't have the urgency to act. He doesn't have the desire to win, and he doesn't have that striving there. The key is, what he does have is a desire to perform. He recognizes that's the place where he has to be able to retool what evolution has given him to be able to work in probability. Suddenly, so that desire to win becomes a desire to perform. The striving is there. The striving, though, becomes, in order to strive for this, I don't have an urgency to act. I am calm, I am patient, I'm waiting till the environment tells me what to do, not me acting to make something happen. That's the new alpha rising, the patient alpha rising. And you think about it, think about the African lion and the American cougar. Both are apex predators. Both are alphas. What I want you to grasp here is this, is that if you took the African lion, who works in prides, they stalk and chase prey in a coordinated attack, and take heavy casualties. Everybody looks at the African lion and they want to be that. I want to be that dominant. Well, what I'm asking you to recognize, if you took that African lion and put him into the environment of the North American forests, he'd starve. Yet, if you take a look at the American cougar, how does he hunt? Remember, this is an apex predator, friends. He hunts by stealth. He hunts by ambush. He sits up in a tree. He waits for the deer to walk into the setup. When he's in the setup, he springs into action, takes action right then. And if he doesn't take the deer down, the deer gets away. He does not chase. The alphas, the cougars, sense of like short-term loss is like, wow, I don't take heavy losses, I take small losses. At which time he gets back up in the tree, waits for the setup, because he knows the deer is going to show up. Same thing happens in trading. We want to move the alpha from that desire to win to the desire to perform. Big difference. We want to take that striving and add patience to it. We want to take the urgency and add patience to it. And in doing that, you overcome the problem of overtrading. You bring it down and you discover that you are that quiet, patient, disciplined trader that you knew the alpha could be. Come learn more, friends. This is a big, huge watershed moment for people who are going, why do I keep overtrading? I know what to do. Why do I get sucked into this? A lot of it is just simply the biology, and what you're having to do is you're having to learn to change that biology that you've been given to a new creation. In addition, you're having to take the psychology of winning to the psychology of performing. Come learn more about this. Come learn more about this and see how you can transform the old alpha that's causing the problems into the new emerging patient alpha. Come to the website, look at all the YouTube stuff, and get the free book. Come and learn, friends.